State Media Day. I'm Bob Flounders. He's Greg Pickel. We both, thanks, I know you were wondering, we both survived Chicago. It was touch and go there at Arlington Park on Sunday. We survived it. James Franklin just met with the media. A couple things stood out to me, Greg. One of them is the recurring theme of a chip on the team's shoulder. Out in Chicago, it was more about the offensive line and the chip on the shoulder after they kind of got overwhelmed a little bit last year. But he also said he has kind of a chip on his shoulder when it comes to the Big Ten East. I think that's going to be a theme that's going to carry through all season. Yeah,
no question about it. I think when you listen to James Franklin speak both in Chicago and then today here in State College at Beaver Stadium, this is a guy that, you know, there's other teams. He was in the same position that Michigan was in last year with Jim Harbaugh, and Ohio State's of course getting a lot of press, and sort of Penn State is the team that's not getting talked about a whole lot. And I think that combined with sort of the way this team played last year is a very up and down season, of course, and those two things are what's sort of driving this team and motivating this team heading into the first practice of camp.
He was asked about Akil Lynch, who looks to me like, you know, if he stays healthy through camp, he's going to start the season, obviously, after running for almost 700 yards last year, strong down the stretch. But he keeps going back to the running back depth, and he said he's not going to really settle on that depth right away. And that really tells me, Greg, that if either of the two true freshmen, Robinson from McDevitt or Saquon Barkley, do anything in camp, I think they're going to climb up the depth chart quickly.
Yeah, I think so, and I think the other thing to keep in mind there as well is that Jonathan Thomas didn't have a full spring. He was nicked up a bit. I think all three of those guys were nicked up at some point during spring practice, so I think they need some more reps to sort of figure that out as well.
Excited to see the return of Adam and Brenneman, excuse me, the Cedar Cliff grad, you know, to the lineup. Missed all of last year with a knee injury. James Franklin said he could be a key component for the passing game, and Christian Hackenberg. I agree. I'm just curious to see how healthy he is at the start of the year.
Yeah, to me, I think the biggest takeaway with that is that this is a guy that we've heard these guys talk about Brenneman for a year and a half now. Even when he didn't play, they think he can help block better than what they currently have.
Yeah, and one last note, I thought it was interesting when asked about the offensive line. He got a question about Andrew Nelson, the young tackle from Hershey High School, and kind of where he might be. I think the question was, could he move to the left side? James Franklin seemed to be saying to me that he could if he had to. He's got the talent, but they want him at right tackle. I really think they want Paris Palmer to grab the left tackle job.
Oh, absolutely. I think when you look at how Penn State wants to do this, James Franklin was very clear. They need to find their 5 guys that are the best at each position, and you cannot do that. He made this clear as well. You cannot do that if you're constantly moving guys. They want Paris Palmer at the left tackle spot. They want Andrew Nelson at the right spot, and then they'll figure out the interior with Kevin Reiner and the guys that come back as well.
All right, that's a wrap from James Franklin's Penn State Media Day press conference.